We're told a movie theater has 614 seats, 137 seats are red, 228 seats are yellow, the rest of the seats are green. How many seats in the theater are green? Pause this video and see if you can figure that out. Well, let's first visualize this a little bit. So we have 137 seats that are red. I'll use a little strip here to show 137. Then we have 228 seats that are yellow. So I'm approximating, let's call that 228. 228 that are yellow. And then we have some number that are green. The rest of them are green. So I will put a question mark here. And we know that the total number of seats is 614. They tell us that right over there. Let me do that in another color right over here. The total number of seats is 614. So what is going to be the number of green seats? Well, you could take the total, 614, and if you subtract 137 and you subtract 228, then you'll be left with this little green part. So we need to subtract 137 and subtract 228 to get to the green number of green seats. So let's do this. And we could do the 614 minus 137 first. And to do that, I am going to actually break out the 614. You can think about it breaking into their place values. We have 600s, which I could view as 600, plus 110, which is the same thing as 10, plus 4. That's 614. And I want to subtract 137. Well, that's the same thing as subtracting 100, subtracting 30, and subtracting 7. And so what would this be equal to? Well, I could go to the ones place. Well, I can't subtract 7 from 4. So let me see if I can regroup a little bit. Let's see if I took 10 from the tens place. So if this becomes 0 right over here. So I have nothing there, but then I take that 10, put it here, I get 14. And now I can figure out 14 minus 7 is equal to 7. Now I have a problem in the tens place right over here. 0 minus 30, I can't do that. So let me take 100 from the hundreds place. So let me take 100 out of here. So this is going to be 500. And let me put that 100 over here. So I have 100. Now I can do 100 minus 30 is equal to 70. And then I have 500 minus 100, which is equal to 400. So 400 plus 70 plus 7, which is 477. That's just this part right over here is 477. And now I have to subtract 228. And I can do the same thing. I can expand out 477. That's 400 plus 70 plus 7. 400s, 7 tens, 7 ones. And I'm going to subtract 200s minus 200. 2 tens minus 20. That's 2 tens here. Minus 8. I'm subtracting out this all the parts of it. And so what is that going to be equal to? Well, same idea. I can't subtract 8 from 7, so let me take 10 from the tens place. So if I take 10 from here, this becomes 60. And I put that 10 here, this becomes 17. And so if I have 17 minus 8 is 9. 60 minus 20 is 40. And 400 minus 200 is 200. So I have 200 plus 40 plus 9. That is 249. And I should have made this bigger if I wanted to actually make it to scale. But that's how many of the seats are actually green.